Hello, and welcome to a brand new day of free-to-play here on Magic the Gathering Arena. Get the dish on the latest with me, Lord Rumfish. Today we're going to be mean. Yeah, you can't always be the hero in Magic, sometimes you have to be the villain. And today we're being mean. Yeah, this is a hostile takeover. We are buying out the other corporation, and we're not consulting them first. So this deck is based around the premise of playing the opponent's spells. That's not to say we don't have our own win conditions, though. So, a couple you're familiar with are going to be like Etali and Breach the Multiverse. And sneakily, this deck can actually mill the opponent out for a win as well. Because where the opponent is drawing cards from their deck, we're also drawing cards from their deck. With Decadent Dragon. It's got deck right in the name. So Expensive Taste lets us exile the top 2 cards of an opponent's library face down. We can look at and play those cards as long as they remain exiled. But we can't spend mana as though it's mana of any color. We either need to hit land drops from the opponent, or we need to be able to fix our mana. Now, fortunately, we have some ways to do this. The dragon makes treasure. The Celestus makes mana of any color. Realmbreaker can get the lands from their deck. We've even got 2 Crystal Grottos. That's right, we've got 2 Crystal Grottos in the mana base, hanging out. Can fix our mana, can also make green and white. Collector's Vault produces treasure. So, yeah, there are just a number of ways in the deck to be able to cast it. Korvold and the Noble Thief makes treasure. This card I think is not very good, but it's a new card, and we're going to use it in the deck anyway. So yeah, this is just kind of a fun, wacky list of stuff that can take things from the opponent in some way, shape, or form, and a bunch of removal. Let's go over the rest of the things that steal. We got Siphon Insight. So you look at the top 2 cards of the opponent's library, exile 1, put the other on the bottom. You can play the exiled card whenever. You can spend mana like it was mana of any color. This and the Decadent Dragon are often great just for hitting land drops. We might have enough lands of our own, but sometimes you gotta just get into the opponent's deck. And that can help us hit their colors of mana too. Alright, we've got Nashi, just 1 copy here. If Nashi hits the opponent, exile the top card of each player's library. We can play their spells by paying life, using Nashi. Halo Forager can steal the opponent's spell. Most often it's a removal spell. But, you know, I have used Duress as well, and it's been pretty effective. Gisa can actually steal the opponent's creatures when they die. They come back to our side of the battlefield decayed, meaning they can't block, and at end of combat after they attack, you sacrifice them. But there are some creatures that are really dangerous even when you can't make a lot of use of them, like Sheoldred is just kind of a dangerous passive ability sitting on the battlefield. So, yeah. If we can get Gisa to work, she's great. And if we can't get her to work, well, maybe there's a better card that you could use this slot in the deck for. I'm going to run Gisa for now, though. Korvold and the Noble Thief, this is not very powerful. It's kind of too expensive for what it does. But you make treasure on chapters 1 and 2, then on chapter 3 you exile the top 3 cards of the opponent's library. You may play those cards this turn. So, if you've been saving up the treasure, you should have a lot of open mana when you exile those 3 cards. You'll probably hit a land drop off the opponent. You might get 2 spells if you're lucky. You should be able to play all of it. I've gotten it to do its thing, and it is fun. You know, I can't recommend it at this mana cost, but it fits the theme, for sure. Decadent Dragon's just part of the core of the deck. Great card. Sheoldred. Sheoldred's a good card, and if we flip Sheoldred, where the opponent needs 8 or more cards in their graveyard, then she turns into the True Scriptures, which can eventually put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under our control. Then she turns back into Sheoldred. Pretty good. The Cruelty of Gix can make the opponent discard something and later fish it out of their graveyard and onto our side of the battlefield. Plargg and Nassari will get you a free spell every turn. The opponent picks which one you can't cast, but you always can use the other one potentially. You have the option to. And this, again, this is like part of the sneaky mill plan, because these cards, one way or another, they get exiled. And you're really digging into the opponent's library quite a bit as you're going through all this process. So it's not as hard to mill out the opponent as you might think, even with no Jaces in the entire deck. Kotose. Kotose is not just like a Cranial Extraction. She hits something from the graveyard, other than a basic land. Looks through all the game zones, exiles all the copies from the opponent. Actually, if she takes cards from their hand, I don't think they draw cards to replace it. That's interesting. And then you can play one of those copies if you control Kotose. So you don't just get rid of all 4 copies of something of the opponent's, you can also play one yourself. Then the other 3 are going to stay exiled forever. Then, Breach and Etali, I think I don't need to explain what these do at this point. And Virtue of Persistence, this is another removal spell that is sorely needed. And it's also an end game where you can steal things out of the graveyard, yours or the opponent's. So put this all together, and there are a lot of ways to see the opponent's cards. As far as the removal suite, to keep ourselves alive, other than what we take from the opponent, of course. We got 4 Cut Down, a Go for the Throat, an Infernal Grasp, a Sheoldred's Edict, and 3 Lochthwain Scorn. The mana base, we have 26 lands in the deck. The mana curve is a little high. We want to make sure we hit our land drops. I run 4 basic lands. Don't want to overdo it, but I want to have targets in case the opponent's trying to, blow up our non-basics. We've got the playset of Xander's Lounge, and then I've got a smattering of whatever lands that can come in untapped exist in my collection. I've got the one-ofs of the channel lands, and I've got the 2 Crystal Grottos. These can scry for us, and they can also not just fix our own mana, but fix mana for cards that we cast of the opponents, which matters for Decadent Dragon and Korvold and the Noble Thief. Or if we have off-color activated abilities from cards we steal from them. Anyway, let's get hostile. We are up against 390. Weird hand. Hope the cut downs are of use. The soldiers over there. Somnophage. Freaky. Oh, is this a mirror match? I swear, Arena always does this. You can have the weirdest deck ever, and somehow Arena will always find a way to put you into the mirror match. No more lands, please. Alright, I scryed to the bottom. They're going to Siphon Insight anyway. Okay. I guess while their blue mana's tapped down, we'll just go ahead and siphon them back. We'll take a Jace. See if they can figure out a way to mill me without their Jaces. Alright, we'll go ahead and play the Collector's Vault. There we go. They didn't do anything. They play us on the page. Cut it down. Alright. Let's get cracking here. Cruelty, that looks interesting. I'll drop off the cut down. Alright. We'll go here first, then we'll play the Cruelty. It plays around a Make Disappear. Yeah, we'll start on Chapter 1. Alright, they don't have a Jace in their hand. They've got Go for the Throat, Breach, Depopulate, Sheoldred's Edict. Our decks are too similar. I really don't like it when there's a mirror match like this. Virtue. Alright, so I have 6 mana in play. If I hit a land off of them or from me, then I can play Etali. That's a tap land. I'm going to take the Go for the Throat. There we go. Oh, do I take a Breach? Do I take Kotose? Let me see here a second. I could take the Somnophages. If I take Kotose. Yeah, I feel like she's got work to do. I think this is the moment for her. Let's go ahead and play Etali. They might be able to kill Etali and get it back with the Virtue. This is going to be a kind of a wild game. Breach. Founding. Let's start on Chapter 2. Mill you. Then we'll Breach. So what's in the opponent's graveyard? There is a Jace. And from my graveyard? Let's see, Nashi would be fun if it hits. Let's see, they're not up to 20 cards in their graveyard just yet. Let's see, do they have a way to kill a Planeswalker? They have the Edict. Let's just go for 5.
Your victory. Surrender every last thought to Phyrexia.
Oh, 2 Jaces. 3 Jaces. I've done it. I took every Jace from them. Every single one. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Yeah, you can kill my creatures, whatever. Oh, it's a mill win. It's a mill win. They just put themselves down to 6 cards. There's no more Jaces for them to hit. I guess they were trying to hit a Jace, but there's... Oh! They still have one left in their graveyard, but that's only going to mill me 15, which is not enough. It's not enough. Good game.
Nothing could be more vulnerable than your...
Oh, I don't even need Jace to do it. I can just breach, right? Oh, I don't know, a Somnophage, whatever. Yeah, why not? Plargg. I'll take a Jace.
Become
No attacks.
subdued.
Alright, either my opponent has, like, a Fairy Mastermind, and they're... That would be a draw, right? Yeah, that'd be a draw. Or they've got a draw spell, and they're being silly, or they're upset, which I hate getting the mirror match, so I understand. They look like they're Obscura colors, and I am Maestros. But still, our decks are similar, and that's really irritating. Playing the mirror match is not really what you sign up for. But here we are. It looks like they're salty roping. There you go. There you have it, folks. The mill win. We're up against Dear Coon. Opponent goes first. Don't they always? Let's see. This is a keepable hand. They've showed us white-black so far. Oh, it's an angel deck. Alright. Can at least bluff a counterspell, I guess. Alright, I'll cut it down. They have blue in their deck, so let's go ahead and cast this now. Did not get a land. Not ideal. If they counterspell this, how bad is it? I really want a land drop. Oh no. They've got all the lands in their hand. Let's try. Arg! We're just taking spells from them. This is tremendously unlucky. Can't get land from either of our decks. I'm drawing off of 2 decks and I can't get lands. Okay, there's one. Yeah, stay on top. Yeah, land. Land, land, land. Actually need their colors of mana at this point. I could go Cruelty to see what's in their hand. Could go Korvold to ramp. I guess I'll go Cruelty. Oh, they're sitting on Farewells. Huh. This is going to be a weird game. I wonder if they're going to Farewell just to hit my Cruelty. Alright, I think we keep drawing off their deck. Go ahead and make the land drop for the turn. I can play this. And I can play the Decadent Dragon on their go. So I've been hitting all of the creatures that are in their deck. They've been hitting all these big sweepers. It's weird that they run this many sweepers with their creatures. There's 2 Giadas. Alright, got back the only creature that was available. Do I not have a land drop for this turn? Give me a break. I guess they've had enough. I've had enough too. We're up against Roger C. Opponent goes first. Let's see if that can win them the game. Get a tap land out of the way if the opponent's going to do the same. Alright, Blackcleave Cliffs, Collector's Vault. Swamp. And I think I'll say go. If they have a protection spell, make them play it on their turn. Okay, cut it down. Sulphurous Springs can go. Another land. Let's see, I can... Well, actually, let's try Korvold and the Noble Thief. You know, I almost never get a chance to actually try to show off this card. Let's give it a shot here. Might find some things that can remove enchantments out of their deck. Okay, it looks like I've got the mana to breach. So, should I? I'd really like to see what I get off of this next turn. Alright, the Edict I can play on their turn. Get down this tap land. Yeah, I'm gonna say go for now. Alright. Okay, that is being clever. Spreading out the power. I could just block their spirit with one of these. That seems reasonable. Punish them for trying to be clever with the Machikos. And see what we get off of their deck. Alright, I think I'll leave those commies exiled forever. Calyx, though, might go ahead and play. Land. Got enough to do a Breach and a Sheoldred's Edict. Yeah, maybe I don't bother with the Calyx. Maybe I just leave those all in exile. I think so. Okay, Naturalist at least gains life. Sheoldred would make them sack the Kami? Sure. Yep, I'll let their other cards just exile. Another Haunting. Are you gonna attack with it? Okay, here we go. Okay, they don't. I think I'm gonna do this anyway. Sack a creature token. Oh, I can flip Sheoldred. I mean, they might be able to deal with her, but let's make them deal with her. Okay, they're going to search up... What, an ossification? No, it's an audacity. Okay. It's not big enough to get through necessarily. Yeah. Gonna make it indestructible? Sure, still doesn't get through. Alright. Discard and mill the opponent. They're in top deck mode here. Let's get the land down for sure. I am about to die. So, I guess I really need to play this Decadent Dragon as the Decadent Dragon. Let's see if we get there. They still didn't flip it. Visitor. Okay. I'm not reanimating your Kami. All creatures from all graveyards. Yeah, let's discard this Etali. We're up against Flow. Mana's a little tight, but we've got removal or card draw on 2. Or ramp. Okay, we don't even have to do a tap land, but we might as well. Black. Could ramp up with Iron Crag? That's probably correct. Since I have my land drops and such already. Phyrexian Arena. Well, it's true that I'm not putting that much pressure on you at the moment. I guess I will Siphon Insight in just a second here. If it's Sheoldred, I'll kill her on my upkeep. Notice I'm a little bottlenecked on black with the way the lands have come out. That's okay. Okay, underdog, no big hurry. Let's see what we get. Could get my own arena. Honestly, that's probably pretty good. Play the Takenuma. Yeah, I'll get the arena down. Oh. Well, I'm definitely killing her. But I could do it on my upkeep. Yeah, I can do it on my upkeep. So, let's kill you too. Alright, this turn is Siphon Insight. Play a tap land? Yep. With all those cards in their hand, they probably don't really want to bring back the underdog. They want to get other stuff onto the field. There's a Flesh Gorger. The curtains. Flesh Gorger looks pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I can play the Celestis and then I can still play Sheoldred. They'll sack the curtains, but that's okay. Oh, I hope they're not the cheat deck. Okay, they're not. I took a risk there. Where they could make it come back if it dies, and then it comes back as the big version. That did not happen, though. Yeah, that's fine. She already gave me her value. 2 for 1 for the opponent. Okay, Gix is going to get them the card back. Gotta kill him. Let's see, what else am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana? 7 mana? Breach? Let's see. Yeah? Sheoldred? What's in their graveyard? The other Sheoldred? Is that the nastiest thing I can take? Probably. Double Sheoldred. Decline. Decline. I like mana. Oh, if they can't kill her in response, that Phyrexian Arena is going to do a lot of damage. Okay, there they go. Okay, they got removal, but honestly I like my position here. Yeah, that's hardly getting on the board. I think this might be a Virtue of Persistence turn. I think that might be the correct thing to do here. Could have 3 mana available, so I could Siphon Insight. Yeah. Yeah, seems worth it. I could also play the Flesh Gorger for 3. Get a body out to pester them with. Yeah, sure. So they can hit Gisa, draw me a different card. Black doesn't have a lot of ways to blow up enchantments. It has a few, but they're not efficient. So most people don't run them. Probably one of the best ones is from Kamigawa. It's like Debt to the Kami. I think it's instant. The opponent sacrifices a creature or enchantment, and it's exiled. Okay. New battlefield. Get full control. Is that going to help? Alright, let's get Sheoldred up here. Let's Siphon Insight to see if we can kill their Sheoldred. It's an Obliterator. Okay, I'll take it. Draw some cards for the turn. Decline, I want mana. I have cut downs. So I guess what I do with that is I play Gisa. Decline. Cut down the curtains. Gisa is going to exile that. Give it to me next turn. Xander's Lounge. I could still maybe cycle at some point in the future and get down this tap land. And if they block this Flesh Gorger, they'd have to double block it, which would kill Gix. Let's do it. Gain a little life. You willing to trade your Gix? You know how your own cards work, right? It has Menace. Okay. They continue to have removal, but it might not be good enough, because I keep getting things back from the graveyard. You're gonna wish you had that edict in just a second. You're gonna be real sad you got rid of that edict. You can push some damage right here, but I don't think that's necessarily how you win this game. Okay, they go for an Obliterator, trying to get some board presence. Alright. Oh, should I just start making them sacrifice things? I guess so. Decline. Get some real value here. I'd rather keep Sheoldred than the Obliterator. Alright. Siphon Insight. Curtains. Again. Alright. Well, if they happen to be running Corrupt, they're going to kill me. Otherwise, I think I've got this one. So yeah, I want the Virtue come off the stack first. Let's get Sheoldred. Decline. Ooh, Etali. Well, yeah, let's see what we hit. We are up against Mosfet. Opponent goes first. The hand is not great. Hopefully the cut downs will make up for it. Get 2 mana on turn 2. Playing a tap land out. Yeah, Iron Crag. You got a counterspell? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Not sure what I'm up against. Let's test the waters with this. See if they let it resolve. They do. So yeah, when you're up against kind of like a weird slow start against control, that's kind of when Korvold and the Noble Thief looks alright. We could try to slam a Breach here, but I don't think that's what we do. I think we play Collector's Vault and do Decadent Dragon at the end of their turn. For expensive taste. Tezzeret. Okay. Makes activated abilities of artifacts cost 2 less the first time each turn.
Has no limit.
Draw 2, discard 2 unless it's an artifact. Then you just discard the artifact. No, they discard 2. Go for the thirst for knowledge. Weird. Expensive taste. Billigry, Silex. Oh, they run Siphon Insight? But if I play this, they're going to be able to flash it back. Alright, I've only got until end of turn to do these. Let's get the most colors of mana out that we can. There's nothing to cut down. These other 2 are just going to go away, basically. They've only got 1 mana. I guess I try to Breach here. Yeah, no counter. Alright, Soaring. And no hit? That is really weird. Okay. Guess I'll make a creature just to give them more targets.
You will serve me well.
Maybe pressure their Tezzeret a little bit. That's so weird. What did I hit? A Breach, land, cut down, maybe a Virtue? That was really weird. 6 black. It was all irrelevant anyway. Look at it, it was irrelevant. Not useful.
I can practically
Alright, so I let you kill the Soaring here. Get your Tezzeret back.
Tragedy befalls us all.
I could do better than a land right now, I think. Alright. Yeah, hit Tezzy.
You can't halt progress.
Play the dragon. Get some more removal out of them. Like a mirror match. No one runs Kotose, but if you have Kotose in your deck, you somehow find these decks. Where you find the mirror match. It's so annoying. Yeah, I only run 2 of them. Alright, they couldn't stop the Etali.
Results. Keep working.
So that's something. See what we get. Decline. Alright.
I won't quit until Kamikawa is safe.
They run the Stone Brain? Alright, I'll take it. They're trying to be the fun police. That's another deck idea that I had, where you try to like exile everything from the opponent. This deck tries to just steal things from the opponent. You're not trying to like just make their deck a whole bunch of nothing. So yeah, I guess I make the Death Touch drone here.
Let's show these scrapheads what real tech can do.
Gain life. Keep pressuring Tezzeret.
Too late.
They go ahead and play the Breach. I think they got some good hits. Unlike my terrible hits. Yeah, Etali and Flesh Gorger? Man, my hits were terrible. Their hits are, like, amazing. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Not fair at all. Keep go. Now they can't really attack. I said they can't really attack. I think I just take the 4 from Kotose, right? Well, I guess I don't have to. Okay, so if I use their Siphon Insight... Well, Sheoldred's pretty good. Then I use their Stone Brain. And I target them and name Siphon Insight. Edict and Kaito. Well, I guess I'm going to lose this game. That's 18 damage. Well, let's kill her Tezzeret at least. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, what a pathetic attempt to stop me.
Because they had a Sheoldred's Edict in hand anyway, so I wasn't blocking. Alright, I don't have a creature for you to destroy. Did you just transform her for me? Is that how that worked? Oh my goodness. Okay, folks. So, after playing quite a few games with the deck, I do have a winning record. I think there are some fine-tuning things we can do here to make the deck even better. So, I believe adding a 4th Virtue of Persistence as another early removal spell and another late-game hit is probably the right call. What you would take out. Either Korvold and the Noble Thief or Gisa, perhaps. If you think you can run less than 26 lands with a mana curve like this, that's up to you. I don't think I would go down on the lands, especially. I like the hits being about where they are. You could probably let Nashi go and put in like another copy of Etali. Or some other, big meaningful card like that to get a good hit off of Breach the Multiverse. And aside from that, the deck feels like it runs pretty well. Oh yeah, you could probably spruce up the mana base a little bit. You know, whatever your collection can support. So, this deck is a lot of fun to play. Sometimes it's a little awkward out of the gate, but sometimes it's just this unstoppable juggernaut. I had a lot of good times with it. So, like, subscribe, check out my other videos here on YouTube. Checking out the other videos really supports the channel. It's kind of more important than liking and commenting and stuff. And until next time, never stop honing your critical thinking and empathy.